Just when you thought it was safe to enjoy your Japanese content, the House of Mouse is here to take it away. Folks, we're ready to bring you the news that the Walt Disney Company is ready to begin acquiring your favorite anime. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel that makes sense of the craziness that is entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve and bringing Hollywood kicking and screaming back to the sensible center where money is to be made. Folks, as we dive into the content today, consider clicking the like button and let's get underway. We have a fantastic panel to share with you the very sad news that Disney, Bob Iger, ready to buy so much of the stuff that you thought was safe. Japanese anime, look out. This out of comicbook.com by Megan Peters. Disney executive details the company's anime game plan. You thought it was safe to go outside or to stay inside.
Can we make a horror movie with the Walt Disney Company at this point? Because they've killed Star Wars, they've hurt my NFL, and now they're coming for my anime.
Well, here they come. Here we go. There are few companies that boast the size and power of Disney. For decades now, the company has built itself carefully with a slew of franchises and original outings. From film to television and music, Disney does it all, including anime. And recently, one of its top executives addressed Disney's interest in anime. The update comes from Manton Webb, or Monton Webb, perhaps.
What a name.
As the site spoke with Takuto Yahara, an executive at Disney that oversees anime. Of course, he does. It was there the official admitted Disney is very interested in bringing more anime to the company's lineup. But as anime projects come across Disney's team, Yahara says tweaks may be needed to avoid... Folks, I am so sorry for those of you who have loved anime. I am so sorry for those of you who love Japan. They're at it again.
They cannot coexist because anime is supposed to be like a caricature of like life. It's too ridiculous. You have everyone super muscular or super sexy or super ridiculous and wild, the stuff that would never be PC. These two cannot coexist. It's like getting two different types of animals and introduce them to each other. They will kill each other. It can't work.
I just love that right off the bat. Like, they don't even talk about what are the properties they would like to buy. They don't talk about what sort of ideas they have for stories. Like, right off the bat, the very first thing we get is, oh, by the way, we may have to tweak this because, well, it's not up to our standards. It's not up to our viewership's desires and needs. And, well, it's not as pristine as what modern Disney does. Maybe we'll get some disclaimers put on the anime. What do you guys think?
Could you imagine going to someone's house and being like, you see a photo of them with their grandma and you're like, man, I wish that was my family in that photo. I should change it a little bit. Like, this is Disney with anime.
Well, let's read on. Japanese anime is now entering a golden age, they say. The size of the market has exceeded 3 trillion yen and continues to reach new highs. Then, when asked if anime's usual tropes would suit an audience as large and modern as the one Disney commands, the executive made sure to hedge their bets. I don't think any major shift has been made, Yahara said. The fundamental storytelling, the precision of the action, etc. have not changed. But, there may be a shift toward adopting more acceptable expressions. To be seen by many people, expressions that do not hurt or mislead people are a given. That is not a negative thing, but perhaps an evolution. Now that we're distributing to a larger market with a service that can be viewed by adults and children at any time, our awareness is changing. Panel, does Disney at this point realize they truly are the villain? Like, they slaughter every golden goose that comes upon their way. It doesn't matter if it's at another farm. They will cross the fence and slay that goose as best they can. If they have to set sail to Tokyo to find properties that are successful so that they can strike them down, they will do it.
Every villain sees themselves as the righteous hero.
They're basically Veruca Salt at this point.
Right. Our good friend Script Actor likes to point out that whenever Disney buys something, it's got about 10 years of life left into it before it's total garbage. The Muppets, Pixar, I mean, at this point, Walt Disney Animation itself, Marvel, Star Wars, it's just they buy things and then they mass produce it. I'm not going to do the slapping the table meme here from Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park, but they market it and then they kill it. They don't understand it, and they don't understand why they're going through all the motions.
Now, Daddy.
Veruca Salt, yeah, absolutely.
But with this Veruca only wants to own it to destroy it, right? And that's the amazing thing is that Disney here.
That goose is going to last long with that chicky poo?
No. But think about this, Tom. Here Disney is. They want to buy the anime stuff, but they don't want to talk about what the stories would be. They don't want to talk about what they could do with anime that would be fresh and exciting. They literally, the very first things they say about it from the executive who would help buy it, the very first thing that ever comes to mind is, how can we retrofit this for the modern messaging? How can we make this inoffensive to Southern California and New York? Like, do they not realize that if they transform this into what they think it should be, then it is no longer what it is, and therefore it does not win any longer in the same way that their stuff sucks at the moment?
It's like that paradox where you have like the old ship that's like damaged, like the old pirate ship made out of wood, and you take a piece off the ship and you keep taking off pieces of the ship that you don't like anymore. You put it in a pile, and then eventually you take that old pile of wood and you build it into another ship. And then you've replaced every piece of wood on that old ship. And you have to ask, what is the original ship? That's what Bob Iger's been doing with everything he acquires. Change everything to where you can't even recognize it anymore. And it's just a disaster that no one wants to see.
Yeah, that's the ship of Theseus. And then if you reconstruct it somewhere else, is the replaced vessel the ship of Theseus? Or if you take those planks and construct using the old planks, Theseus. So what's funny is WandaVision actually ended up using this illustration, and I got to do a joke on that in Everything Woke, saying that they were accidentally describing themselves.
It's accurate. But
so let's talk about then. Okay, so Nolan, you're a big fan of anime.
Yeah, all right. I want to watch more than what I do, but I do love it. And My Hero Academia, a while back during the pandemic, I saw the first season. It was one of the most heart-filled family connection type shows I'd ever seen in my life. And anime is one of the few things, because Jonas just went and listed like 5 different things Disney has acquired. And I was just thinking in my head, like Power Rangers, Doctor Who, Indiana Jones, gaming. Anime is just one of the few things that's sacred and left. And we've already had enough trash adaptations of anime in the West. Usually doesn't work over here. One Piece was a very rare time that can happen.
Well, I'm just curious, are there certain anime properties that we should beg? Like maybe we should actually be willing, for Jack White and for others who love this thing, maybe we should be willing to say, please, save it from the doom that is Star Wars. We beg of thee, don't buy this. Like, are there certain shows that we should beg at this point and just say, Disney, if you have one good notion in your heart remaining, spare this property, buy it not.
I'll tell you what the first one they'll go for is. The first one they'll go for is Sailor Moon. They'll get Sailor Moon. They'll put
that's getting Velma. That's getting Velma in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's like they'll race swap Sailor Moon, and they'll make all of the cast.
That's a dude. That's Sailor Dude now.
Sailor Dude. But I think they'll go
Dude
for Sailor Moon because it's going to be mainly girls. And just to annoy me, they'll make the cat a dog. That's what they'll end up doing.
No, they're not dog people. They're not dog people. That's one thing you don't have to worry about, Nolan.
Thank God. If they come for the cats, that's the lines getting drawn in the sand.
No, that's good. They're going to ferrets.
Look, I think you're wrong.
Oh, God.
It's not that they're going to switch the cat to a dog. Given their ideology, they're going to have a cat that barks.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Sherlock Holmes, the case of the cat that didn't bark. But here's the question. who's going to sell them this stuff? We've already seen the pushback from Oriental Land about wanting to change Disney there. And we've already seen the guys behind the great Godzilla stuff saying, we don't want to make them your way. The good anime people are going to say, we're doing just fine. We're happy. No, thank you.
Bye-bye.
It's going to be the bad ones. It's going to be the weak ones. It's going to be the, oh, hell, I'm tired of this. Let's sell out. That they're going to be able to buy. I mean, so good.
We used to line up to get a chance of that Hollywood money. Now it's like, hey, we don't want our brands tarnished. Like,
well, that's all I'm saying.
you.
Is the ones that agree to it will be labeling themselves as traders to the medium automatically.
Well said.
Well, it's going to be interesting to watch.
All
ahead,
of
Luke.
this is going to be seen as a reaction to the success of Nintendo and everything else at Universal. It's all going to be a playing catch up too late thing in the eyes of most people.
No. Bob Iger said right before the stock took another nosedive, he said they're not worried at all about Super Nintendo World. Doesn't bother them at all, Lou.
Or Zelda, or
are you suggesting, Lou, you don't take him at his word?
I take him at his word as much as he gives his word.
Ooh, gotcha. Well, that's well said. And folks, we have come to the end of yet another video of pure, unfiltered excellence. If you agree with that assessment, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, it's the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Folks, we had a wonderful time with you. We hope you can say the same. An attitude of gratitude for your time today and wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Keep learning, keep growing, and you bet, as always, keep having fun.